Hey guys, so today's video is a mini series of things happening on the internet, but with one main story that is to do with TikTok. I feel like I never really cover the small TikTok things, but now it's big drama and I'm seeing it making rounds around TikTok. People are getting a bunch of views and likes for it because everyone's just super intrigued. And even people that normally don't care about TikTok drama just see how, I guess, messy this is, and they're just like, wow, I'm invested, I'm involved, I want to know what's happening, and me too. I think this is like insane drama. This is the kind of petty drama that I want. I like talking about petty stuff. I don't actually enjoy talking about serious things because I feel like it takes a big toll on your mental health to be talking about really serious stuff all the time, and I just love petty drama. Like, if we can have another lipstick gate, Jack and Hill, please just grace us with some contaminated lipsticks. Don't put anyone in danger, don't actually put them on sale, just send them to me so I can talk about them for a minute. That would be incredible. Before we get into it, subscribe, hit that bell, like, and comment for engagement. My social media will be in the description, along with my beauty channel and anything else you might need to find. So let's get into it. James Charles, in 2018, he did a No Jumper podcast episode where he said that his dream guy is Cameron Dallas, Shawn Mendes, or just any straight guy that he can convert. And I feel like that links back to one, by Sister. That was a big story with Gage and how that whole situation went with him constantly talking about how his type's straight guys and how he likes to convert straight guys. He likes to go for straight guys all the time. And it was a big deal because obviously Gage wasn't sure what his sexuality was and he was just trying to figure it out. And I felt like he felt pressured by James to make a decision very quickly. And everything, you know, back then people were showing all the evidence and then suddenly we all just forgot that there was all this evidence for James in videos, in multiple videos, saying that his preference is straight guys, and then kind of linked to the story. Anyway, so this is just another proof of that. We also have the fact that his Morphe code's not working. Many people, including Nick Snyder from The Viewer's Voice and Kat from Insider, are trying the James code in Morphe, like in the checkout area, and it's saying that it's not valid right now, that they're like reviewing it or something. So they did say that they were suspending marketing of the eyeshadow palette, but they didn't actually say anything about the Morphe code, and now I guess they're just silently taking down the Morphe code. I'm wondering if that's a permanent thing, if they're going to continue to slowly take things away the way they did with Jeffree Star, where they took away his, like they put his stuff on sale and then they kind of slowly started taking off the website, sending it to TJ Maxx. Like, I wonder if they're gonna do a slow, silent exit with James, or if this is just a temporary thing that they're then gonna go back on once people forget about this drama, which isn't drama at all, it's a crime. But we also have Chris Clemens, who has been very vocal about James Charles. He made a really weird tweet where he said that he doesn't like when drama channels include his tweets in videos because he doesn't do it for the attention, but at the same time it's like it's part of the story to mention what other people in the community are saying about the situation. It's like part of the story, and you're putting on a public platform, getting a lot of likes and retweets for it, so like we're allowed to talk about it. I don't know. He also said ew in reference to tea channels and drama channels. He was like, ew. I don't know, I just found that really weird. Anyway, the tweet's now deleted, but he clearly doesn't like being involved in YouTube videos. But this is really important because it's one of the only comments we've gotten from YouTube. So he added YouTube on Twitter to have James Charles's monetization taken off, and he tweeted recently saying, woke up to an email from YouTube that basically said, oh well, LMAO, okay. And he basically got an email saying, my colleagues from @Team YouTube and @YouTube who are engaging with users on Twitter have referred your tweet to me, therefore I wanted to directly follow up with you and your concerns about video demonetization. With regards to your video, I bought everything from Seth Rogen's Weed line. Our specialists have reviewed the video under our advertiser-friendly content guidelines again and determined it is eligible for limited ads, so it's basically demonetized. This means that the video can remain on our platform and you can turn on ads, but only brands who opt in will run ads. Specifically, they have identified, content to do with drugs to be non-advertiser friendly. I also wanted to emphasize that YouTube takes any allegations about predators to minors on our platform seriously. We are drawing on our creators' responsibility and ask our creators to remain responsible both on and off the platform. If we notice that a creator's behavior, whether it was on our platform or not, harms our user community, employees, or ecosystem, we may take action. It's not really saying much. It's a bit of a no comment. It's like they probably behind the scenes don't really know what's happening right now or what they're going to do about it, so they can't really say anything either way. So they're just kind of giving a no comment, if that makes sense. Like, it's a very PR response where they're like, we do this, but in regards to this specific situation, we cannot tell you anything because we don't know yet what we are doing. So it's really strange, how this is the only thing we've heard from YouTube. And with David Dobrik, I feel like we had a response pretty much straight away. With James, we're kind of getting these like weird no responses. It's really strange. We also have Shane Dawson. Recently people went back and on his Twitter he tweeted out, when you post a video you tweet out the link to the video. There is a tweet to a video called New Vid Sex Tape with Tana Mojo, and that was in 2016. It was 6 years ago and she's like 22 now. So she was 16, 17 at the time. I'm going to leave that there for you guys to comment on. I'm going to move on. Dirty Dom recently started posting on TikTok again. I'm not going to post his TikToks on my channel or show his act in any way, shape or form, because actually some of his TikToks that he has posted now are on 1 million views. And if you guys didn't know, TikTok does pay its creators on TikTok for views. Like anytime you scroll past a video, that is a view that a creator is being paid for. It's not as good of a CPM as on YouTube, but it's still good enough money to post on there. So if he's getting, 1 million views here, 1 million views there, that's actually paying his bills. So I'm refusing to give him any more promotion. So that's why I feel like a lot of drama channels are not talking about it, because it's like, you bring attention to it, good for him. You don't bring attention to it, bad for the victims. So it's just like, where do you draw the line? Anyway, both H3 and Tana Mojo have duetted his TikTok, which I feel is a reason why that TikTok has so many views. It's the TikTok with 1 million views. So it's like, once again, damned if you do, damned if you don't. They both duetted the video to bring awareness to the fact that he's coming back. But in that same sense, people then went onto his video, and to type a negative comment, they had to give him a view, which is then paying him money. So it's just a very tricky situation to be in right now, considering the circumstances for why he was cancelled. It's a sticky situation. He's posting back on TikTok, and yeah, like I said, H3 and Tana have duetted the videos to show that, they're not okay with it. It's a tricky situation. I'm not posting it here though. Then we have Tana Mojo, who actually thanked Trisha for defending her. So obviously Trisha has been very vocal about the fact that Tana has been used for content since a young age by men much older than her, put in really uncomfortable situations for a teenager to be in. Tana just thanked Trisha for standing up for her and commenting on everything that's been going on. And Trisha actually said that in a recent video, and basically said that Tana had just DM'd and basically said, thanks, I really appreciate it. So clearly Tana behind the scenes is realizing how messed up some of the things were to message Trisha and be like, hey, thank you so much for bringing awareness to this without me having to do it myself. Anyway, next story. Bryce Hall tweeted, subtweet at Addison Rae, saying, when she blocks and unblocks you 23 times a week. And then these are my stepsisters, and it's him with Lana Rhodes and her friends. I'm assuming he's going to be on her podcast. So it's just, continuous Bryce and Addison drama when Addison's literally not talking about him at all. I think this is really embarrassing. Anyway, then we have a tweet from Tim Dillon about David Dobrik saying, just saw David Dobrik inject a dog with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine for a goof. He's back. Then we have the main bulk of the video today. So it's Nessa, Barrett, Mads, Josh, BFF's podcast, Jaden, Hossler. So it's just a bunch of people. Anyway, what had happened was there was a group chat that Nessa Barrett was in with some of her stans, and some of her stans were body shaming Mads, calling her, fat, ugly, all sorts of things. And it showed that Nessa had seen these things and not told them to stop. Now, Nessa's excuse was that she was in a bad place mentally, that she was suffering with mental health issues, and that she had seen some of the messages, but she didn't see all of them. And if she had seen them, she would have told them to stop, but she didn't. So everyone was just like, oh, stop having a go at her. All defense was for Nessa Barrett. Now, if you guys don't know, Nessa was cancelled for It's Things Are Linking, okay? So Nessa was cancelled for dancing to a reading of the Quran on TikTok, and people were really angry at that. And then she was involved in probably the biggest TikTok drama to date, which was when Chase and Charlie had a break, and Chase had kissed Nessa. Well, I don't want to put blame on either person because it sounds like I'm putting the blame on Chase when it takes two to kiss. Chase and Nessa kissed, and then Chase actually saw Charlie that same day later on. Anyway, there was a lot of back and forth between all of them on Twitter, and everyone was really mad at Nessa. Since then, Dixie hasn't been friends with Nessa, Charlie hasn't been friends with Nessa. It's been like there's definite groups now. Looking at the past history, this isn't a good look that we're going to get into now, okay? With Nessa kind of getting involved in an on and off relationship in the past, to now having a scandal of getting into an on and off relationship again. Seems to be a pattern of behaviour. Like, I really like Nessa. I like her new song. I think she's really pretty. But like, to be involved within a year in 2 on and off relationships that aren't yours. So anyway, there was a BFF's podcast. So what happened was, obviously Jaden and Nessa have released a song together. Since then, Mads has spoken out about the fact that she was body shamed in a group chat that Nessa was in, and Nessa didn't do anything about it. And then Mads posted a TikTok. There was like this trend of people posting like montages of them and their partners, and then what ruined that relationship or who ruined that relationship. So it'd be like, this person came along and ruined this relationship for us. Mads posted a TikTok where she essentially blamed Nessa for ruining her relationship, and that apparently when she came along, Jaden left. So that confirmed that Jaden and Mads weren't together anymore. They have unfollowed each other on Instagram and all sorts of platforms. Anyway, then we have a BFF's emergency podcast where Josh talks about the fact that they have broken up, him and Nessa, and that there is no way that they're getting back together, but he doesn't believe that Nessa, his ex-girlfriend, and Jaden, who is actually Josh's best friend, like best of friends, would do this to him. So he believes that Mads is lying. He called her a liar. He said he would never accuse his best friend and Nessa of doing this to him, of, you know, basically having an overlap relationship. I feel like, hear me out. If you break up with someone after a long relationship, like multiple months of a relationship, and a week later they're with someone new, they were cheating on you. Like, I just want to make that very clear. If you get out of a relationship and a week later they are dating someone, they were flirting and talking to that person when they were still with you, and then they broke up with you, and then they started dating that person. It was basically an overlap relationship. 99% of the time that is the case. So it's really strange to me how him and Nessa break up and Nessa's all of a sudden in a new relationship. Like, that makes me feel like her and Jaden were already flirting and getting kind of into it while they were still in a relationship, which sucks, by the way. And I'm not saying that's for sure, I'm saying that's what it looks like, because they moved on very quickly. But he basically said in the podcast that he believes all of it is false, that Mads is just lying about everyone because she's bitter and salty because he left her. That's the whole thing. Then there is proof that Nessa and Jaden are actually together. So there's this Hollywood Fix interview that they did because they were caught hanging out.
Jaden, that was there, man. How's it, guys? Come on, guys.
Guys, this is so shocking to see y'all as a new couple. How long have you guys been official now?
I don't know anything about that, but we're just trying to enjoy ourselves, you know what I mean? We're
That's so good.
Really trying to be happy.
Nessa, how are you?
Hi, Nessa.
I'm great.
Did you guys experience chemistry together when you were working on your music?
Honestly, we feel like we handle this whole thing like respectfully and privately, and then some people like to go online, you know, and honestly I'm the happiest I've ever been, and I just wish the best for everybody.
And then they were caught in the car, and this is the scene. Then we have reactions from people. So we have Michael Gruen saying every tweet you put out is trying to accrue pity and then you use it as social currency. The truth does hurt. It's why your now ex-boyfriend is depressed and you're in his best friend's bed. And that is to do with Nessa basically tweeting out saying, you guys don't know the whole story. I'm going through some mental health issues. And he's basically just saying, like, you keep on hiding behind the mental health issues instead of just acknowledging the fact that you essentially cheated on your boyfriend or left him immediately for his best friend. Josh Richards said, personally, I'm going to handle this offline. The last 3 weeks have been hard on me and I just need time to think. I appreciate all my friends and support staff reach out to check in on me. It means more than you know. I'm doing okay and I have no ill will towards anyone. We also have this proof of Nessa changing her wallpaper to her and Jaden. So we have Lorraine, who actually unfollowed Nessa and Jaden. Josh Richards' sister responded to someone saying, I feel so bad for Josh, saying same. Griffin Johnson unfollowed Jaden and Nessa. Dave Portnoy tweeted out saying, welcome to the mud kid at Jaden Hossler. Then we have Michael Gruen, who tweeted out saying, join me in the latest and hottest trend. I'm Griffin Johnson, basically just saying like this is a new trend of unfollowing Jaden Hossler, and Griffin said, I'm on it. Griffin Johnson posted an IG story saying, nobody is loyal. F everyone, I'm going to war for you until the day I die. At Josh Richards, not Rosh Richards. Let's continue to show all these people that we are here to change the world. We have also Mads going on the Call Her Daddy podcast. So Call Her Daddy posted a teaser of Mads going on the Call Her Daddy podcast, and it's going to come out on Wednesday. So I'm filming this kind of a day early, so it's not going to come out until the video. So this is going to come out before the podcast comes out, and then I'll just do an update because I'm assuming she's going to say a lot in there. But there's some snippets of her saying that Jaden had confirmed to Mads that he liked Nessa, that he had deleted messages before she was able to get to them.
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't know.
Oh my god. So there's more drama.
Yeah. I found out this morning that Jaden likes Nessa, so yeah. But before he gave me his phone, he deleted a message on his phone because I saw it. And then I got this gut feeling. So I went on his iPad, and then there's voice recordings from him. And then he says, delete those, don't save them. And then at the very end, he told me, I like Nessa. And I literally have screenshots.
This morning?
This morning. I knew she got with Chase. I was laying in the same bed as Chase and Nessa. I look over at Chase, and Chase goes, shh. She's like, your relationship with Jaden's going nowhere. My relationship with Josh is going somewhere. You better take the blame for it. Do it now. I know my ex-boyfriend's car. She's in his car at 7 a.m. Hopefully this time you'll have another moment, meaning him and Nessa. Hopefully you guys can pursue what you already started. It's gonna make me cry.
So that makes me think there was some cheating going on, which makes Nessa a really bad girl. That sounds so... That was not how it's supposed to come out. But like, you know how there's like girl code, you're not supposed to get into the middle of a relationship. Obviously, Jaden's more at fault for cheating on Mads if that was the case. But for Nessa to get into a relationship knowing that someone's in a relationship, that's scummy as well, and it just lacks girl code, just like it did with the Charlie and Chase situation. I just don't like it, okay? Personally, I think it's scummy. BFF's pod said Still Softish 2. Still Softish, if you guys don't know, was a diss track against Chase Hudson last year. Then Griffin Johnson posted this TikTok.
So I just woke up and I realized that I still hate everybody. Oh, God. Have a good day.
And that is it for now. I just think it's a little bit strange, the coincidence of Nessa being involved in 2 of these kind of situations now, last year with Chase and Charlie. Like, if you know that someone's in a kind of on and off situation, getting in the middle of that is kind of scummy. And then to be involved in that less than a year later, like literally like about 8 months later, this happened summertime last year. It just screams lack of girl code for me. I know everyone really likes Nessa right now. She had like a redemption moment, a redemption arc. To me, it just lacks girl code, and I just don't appreciate that. But you know, there's still the other side. And it seems like Mads is talking about her side, Josh is talking about his side kind of, whereas Nessa and Jaden are kind of not saying anything, but there are quite clear signs that there was a little bit of an overlap in the relationships, because it doesn't take a week to get into a relationship with someone unless you're really quick. So they must have been like talking about this while they were still in relationships, and then they broke up with their old partners and then got together. I just think they could have waited. They're like, yeah, it's just awkward. So if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below anything you want to comment down below, and subscribe to post videos every time something happens. So hit that bell, be notified when that's happening. Social media links, any other links in the description. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.